Hey Cachers, Amy, Shadow Dragon 1 here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well out there in geocaching land. Today I'm going to tell you about another treasure hunt game that I think you're going to find interesting. It's about marble hunting, but before we get into that topic, there's a couple housekeeping items I want to take care of. It has come to my attention that at least on Spotify, some of the season 2 episodes and the season 1 episodes are missing from the playlist. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if that is across the other platforms. At one point, I changed who the host of my podcast feed from Libsyn to Spotify. There may be an issue with some of the stuff didn't translate over. I'm looking into that, but if anybody is interested in going back to those older episodes, they are available on YouTube. Just search the Geocache Adventures YouTube channel, and you can find them on there. There are also a few clips from interviews randomly on there if you want to just check out a few short clips. And there are a few geocaching videos that I had posted. It's been a while since I've posted a video of an actual geocache I found. I should probably do that again. But I haven't been doing it so much because I've just been enjoying the experience when I geocache versus trying to create content. But if I come across a really interesting one, I will try to remember to video it and post it on there for you. But I looked at all the views while I was on YouTube trying to sort things out. And what I thought was interesting fact was the most streamed episode, not my most streamed video, because those would be the geocaching videos actually, but the most streamed episode is actually episode 10 from season 1, Geocaching Terms and Acronyms. So, fun fact, thought that was interesting. Also, something that I came across, found interesting, I thought I would share this with you. You guys may or may not know this, but geocaching.com keeps track of geocaching in the news, of different press releases and stuff, which I thought was pretty cool. If you go to geocaching.com/press, /press, PRESS, you can go there and they have a list of articles, podcasts, different things that talk about geocaching in a news content. A lot of them are articles about megas and gigas coming to different areas and what that means for the area and what it is. But there's also other ones on there. They're pretty interesting. The most recent one, as of this recording, was listed on the website as being published on May 26th of 2026. And it is about the father of the Gadget Cache. It's an interesting article. I recommend you get on there and check it out. When you go there, it'll list the published date, the type and name of the publication, the title, and the author, and a link to the Geocaching in the News podcast, article, website, video, whatever it may be. So something you may want to check out. Okay, so we're going to talk about marble hunting. It is a little bit like geocaching in the sense that people are hiding things and people are finding things. But that is about where the similarities end. It's very different. It's similar, but very different. So in marble hunting, maybe this is obvious, but people are hiding marbles out there in the world, and other people are trying to find them. Now, these are not just your run-of-the-mill, everyday, find them at Walmart or Target or whatever generic store you find them at marbles. These are handcrafted glass marbles that are more artistic collector pieces than you would necessarily play the game with. These collector's marbles can range on average anywhere from $20 to $1,000, and some collectible glass marbles can even cost as much as up to $5,000. Now, I'm not saying that people are hiding these marbles that cost thousands of dollars, but if you were to go to a specialty shop and look for pieces to collect, there is a wide range of what you may pay depending on the marble quality, the artist, and what the design is, because these are really true pieces of artwork, handmade, glass blown marbles. If you've never seen anybody do glass blowing, I highly recommend you check it out on YouTube, because it is a true art, and it is fascinating, in my opinion, to see some of this glass blowing and what they can do with it. So with marble hunting, one of the biggest differences between marble hunting and geocaching is marble hunting does not use GPS coordinates. No satellites. They literally just hide them out there, and they'll post hints online, and you go find them. It's kind of like the early days of geocaching, where somebody would post in the forums before we had geocaching.com and the app and all the fun things. But so marble hunting, there's a lot of articles out there, and they all kind of have come to the conclusion of the person who is most often cited as the creator of the marble hunt game is Josh Simpson. He's credited with the creation of it, and he is a glass artist who would create marbles and just randomly hide them around the world for strangers to stumble upon and find. Eventually, in the 1990s, he built a website called the Infinity Project, where he would invite people to come online and recommend places where he could hide his marbles at. In the early 2010s, Facebook groups emerged, evolving around the game. And that's predominantly where this takes place now. There is not an app. There is not a standard website like we have for geocaching.com. It predominantly takes place in Facebook groups. And there are different Facebook groups. Probably the most well-known and quite possibly the largest Facebook group is called the World's Biggest Marble Hunt. Now, this Facebook group originally was created along with an event that was called the World's Biggest Marble Hunt, and this event was led by glass artist Will Stuckenberg, who led a group of other glass artists, and they came together in 2016, and they created this event with over 30,000 people following the Facebook group. And it kind of brought the game out of obscurity. I'd heard of it before. I'm not even sure how I originally heard about this. I heard about it a while back, years ago. I've never done it myself personally, but I came across an article in National Geographic recently, and that kind of reminded me of, oh yeah, hey, this is out there, so I'm sharing it with you now. So if you're interested in trying this, you're going to need to join one of these Facebook groups. And the way it works is people will hide a marble, and they will create a post about the marble, and you use that post to try to find the marble. That's the bare bones basics of what this is. So there are different groups, and depending on the group that you join, they have some different rules for the post, for what you have to include in the post when you post a marble that you have hidden and that sort of thing. But in general, the format of these posts will say something like lost, as the title. Lost meaning it's been hidden, it's lost in the world for you to go find. And then it will have a general area, and by general area I mean you're talking about a county and a state. Like it'll say Buick County, California, or St. Charles County, Missouri. Okay, so it's a very large area that you're given to go find these things. Typically, from what I've seen by looking online, they will list the artist who created the marble. They may possibly post a description of the marble. There's typically a photo of the marble, though, and there's usually a photo. The photos are, they're very zoomed in. So when I say there's photo hints, these are, it's not like here's a photo of the Walmart parking lot, figure out which lamppost it's under. It's a photo of the lamp, of a zoomed in photo of a lamppost. So you have a very rough photo hint. You might have additional photos. There may be description, written description in the post with some additional details to help as a hint. Or I came across a couple that literally just said, here's the county, here's the artist, photos, find the selfie spot, and IM me, message me, and I'll direct you to where it's at. It depends on the hider. It depends on the Facebook group that you're in, on what the requirements are. Just like when we hide a geocache, it's up to us to determine, you know, what kind of hints we give, what kind of difficulty we create. Same for when they hide these marbles. So if you are interested in trying this, as I said, first you're going to need to join a group on Facebook. And once you do, find a post that you're interested in trying to find. And then what you're going to want to do is check the comments on the post to keep up to date with any status updates of the marble. If somebody has found it, they are supposed to post in the comments of that lost hidden post that they found it. So keep track on that so you can see if the marble is still in play or not. You may want to take screenshots of the post, as you could possibly end up in an area where you don't have cell phone reception to be able to go back and check, or it may be very slow reception for you to go back and check Facebook. And it also may just be hard to scroll through constantly and try to find it. So if you find a marble you want to go after, recommend taking screenshots, and then you have the information right there for a quick reference. And then because you have a screenshot of the post, it'll be a lot easier for you to go back to the group and search for that particular post if you find the marble or want to check out more comments. And just like with logging a geocache, you're going to need to log that you found the marble. So if you find the marble, go back to the original post, leave a comment that you found it. Photos are always great. People love to see photos of people finding their geocaches of the marbles that they hid. And even if you don't find the marble, kind of treat it as logging a DNF. You can go to the post and just comment, attempted this one today, wasn't able to find it. Just so people can see that there's activity on the post and people are trying. If you want to hide a marble, first of all, I recommend you try to find some, maybe talk to some people in some different Facebook groups and stuff. But if you are going to be a hider in this game, like I said, these are not your typical run-of-the-mill marbles that you get at Walmart. You're going to need to go to a local glass artist and find a handmade glass marble. Beware if you're buying online that there are cheap knockoffs out there. Just keep that in mind. And they also will have seasonal fun with these marbles. and with pumpkins and eggs, and it's crazy what they can do with the glass blowing and the marble creations and everything. So it's definitely interesting. I recommend you check it out, even if you decide not to try it. Going online and just looking at some of the photos of the amazing artwork of these marbles is incredible. I mean, they are truly works of art. It's very beautiful. Some people with these marble hunters, they'll like to keep journals, like some geocachers like to keep journals. And you will see marble hunters creating journals that will have a description, sometimes a drawing of the marble, or maybe photos that they've taken and pasted into the journal, location information, and information about their trip and their adventure to go on and find these marbles. It looks pretty cool. I might try it one day if something pops up in my area. Some of this marble hiding game reminds me of Snag the Tag that a lot of geocachers like to play. So it's similar to that. They hide it. It's in this location. Here's a clue. Go find it. But in a nutshell, that is what marble hunting is. So if any of you have ever tried this or you decide to go out and try it, I would love to hear about your experiences and your adventures with this and how it goes. So reach out, let me know. If you're listening on Spotify or on watching this on YouTube, you can leave a comment or you can drop a comment in Facebook or Instagram, send me a message, or you can reach out by email at geocache.adventures.podcast@gmail.com. So let me know if you try it. Let me know if you have. If you've found any marbles or anything, feel free to post pictures of your marble hunt adventures in the Facebook group, as well as your geocache adventures in the Facebook group, and share your stories with the rest of us. We'd love to see it.